name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 30th, 2025. It is 12:56, 1 a.m. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. Couple tweets to share with you. Come on, what is going on here? Oh, what are these? These are not on my list. Alright, let's see here. It seems hating Meghan is no longer a sustainable career strategy. Worrying time Channel 5 bosses and crisis talks about future of Vanessa Feltz show just 2 months after launch. I sort of report on this a couple videos ago. Could be on APTS. Let's see. Oh, what they wish for our girl, they all fell. One by one, their shows will be cancelled. We have to thank the UK, the Brits, okay, the real people, the little people. Alright, we have to thank them. They're not watching their show. You know, let's give pop where pop is due because people are not watching. Just really want to get to the tone of this, right? Okay, 1 second. Haha, there's that. It will be Ben Folds, just as Vanessa, of course. Amen. My slow ass read the hashtags. Clama. At first, I don't know. It's even funnier. Okay, so let's leave that alone. So I report on that. So there's this now. These are not on my list. I just saw them on my thing. I'll put it on the list now. Son, Duchess Meghan is just a hot woman who bagged a rich prince. From what I'm seeing, Harry wasn't rich. His family is rich, but from what I was seeing, you know, they didn't really treat him well. Now, I give him the bare minimum. Whatever allowances the father used to give him, you know, he rationed it in a way. He's walking with a hole in his shoes. Shopping at bargain, was it TK Maxx or something like that. Harry wasn't rich. His family is rich, but the way they were treating him, he didn't have money for himself. Meghan was rich.
Driving us out into the fields, asked about Meg. Not with great interest, just casually. Still, he didn't always ask, so I was pleased. She's good, thanks. Does she want to carry on working? Say again. Does she want to keep on acting? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I expect she'll want to be with me, doing the job, you know, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know there's not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine.
From what I understand, wasn't Meghan who furnished their place with her money? The delusion that you can become an actress without submitting a headshot with resume. I guess they think Meghan is just flew to Toronto one fine day and asked for a job, and they're like, oh, you hot, sure. I know. I talk about this. When the derangers are saying, oh, it's the father who opened the door. I said, yeah, the father could open the door, but every business is about money. If Meghan did not prove herself, wasn't able to act and do the job, there won't be no job for her. So she was able to prove herself. Okay? If Harry was rich, they wouldn't have had to sign all their deal back in 2020. Harry was wealthy from his inheritance, but it was nowhere near the amount of money they needed to survive. That is true. And I even say the money that his mom left for him, okay, that thing would have been evaporated within, I don't know, a year. I don't even think it will last a year. Why? Because the father didn't give him security, so many other things that they needed to do. I mean, yeah, I don't know. These people are exaggerating. His family is rich, but Harry was not rich. Okay, I googled the person who said this, and it appears that Esther Kroku is a Ghanaian immigrant to the UK who is doing the utmost to align herself with the extreme hateful camp there, a woman who will never be in the same room as these incredible women founders who are like Meghan. Alright, so that's the other one. What her name? Cake, that's how she got William. Meghan was a hot, rich woman, self-made millionaire, and UN designated international humanitarian who stood above the rest and captured the heart of a prince, not a stalker, who had to wear a scantily clad dress or a community college dropout, former ski bunny who bagged a prince. But it seems like even after doing all of this, it seems like she was last minute though. Because the other ones that he liked didn't want to get married with him. To him. Forging of a prince, how a generation of steely social climbing matriarchs shaped Kate Middleton's character. Wow. When was it? Oh my God. That was back in 2011. Wow. The squad kept receipt. Okay, Duchess Sophie forgotten about Charlotte Girl era and the ski instructor she almost settled down with. Maybe that would have been much better. The Duchess of Edinburgh had a flush of romance on the slopes before she met Prince Edward. That's recently. March 15, 2025. Okay, he only became richer after she begged him. Meghan was doing her thing, okay? She was doing her thing. She was living comfortably. She was doing her thing with the amount of money that she got. People could put it down as much as they want. She was living her best life. But until she married Harry, all those non-essential headaches they're putting on her. Alright? And she's a hard worker. She was doing her thing. The man was not even rich. Let's be a little bit serious here. I know. I agree with that. He was not. His father is rich. But his father, the allowance they give him for the amount of work he was doing for the institution, I don't think they were paying him enough. Look at all those ideas that he had. Creating, what's that charity under the umbrella of the Royal Foundation for veterans? Oh my God. What's the name of that charity? The charity the Royal Foundation, which was created for him and William, which I think Harry probably the one who started it, who mentioned it, and then under that umbrella is Endeavor Fund. That's the one I was looking for. That's Harry's full-blown idea for veterans. Okay, and then under the umbrella of the Royal Foundation, the Royal Foundation, there's the Endeavor Fund, and then Invictus would have been under that. And he took money from the Endeavor Fund to create Invictus. And then once, all the craziness, they kick him out, he took Invictus with him. Okay? So Harry, is a mind that is full of ideas, and his mind worth billions. Well, not even billion, trillions. Look at Travelers. Worth $3 trillion, if not more now.
Travelist will be in New York for Climate Week, celebrating our 5th anniversary. Since we launched in 2019, we have brought together 11 of the world's biggest and often competing travel and technology brands to work together on bringing sustainable tourism to the mainstream. Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition, guided by our independent advisory group of world-renowned sustainability academics and experts. We're really looking forward to being in New York with our founder, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to celebrate everything that we have achieved together so far and sharing our vision for what's to come next.
But all those work that he was doing, making the institution look good when he was a working royal, I don't think the father compensated him enough for the amount of work that he was doing. But they give him an allowance. He was okay with it. I think as long as he has a roof over his head, he could eat, he was fine. He didn't care about clothes, nothing. He didn't care about that. And the father then compensated him enough. Okay. Struggle to write a cover. What is it? CV. Okay. Struggle to write a CV. Meghan's charitable work alone outshine any newcomer to that family. This woman is unlike any Ghanaian woman I've ever met. None will tell a woman to be content being a trophy wife. All these women seem to have realized what the prize Harry is finally after he found his soulmate. They all speak about Meghan like she took their place. Yep, if someone commented on how she looks or her appearance, she go on and on and on about how it's racist and women shouldn't be judged by their looks. This woman also applying the dumb blonde trope to Meghan. She needs a new wig person start. Okay, the fact that King Charles had one of the most historic weeks of his reign this week. Oh my God, I have some stuff. Well, I have near the end of this video. Hopefully, it's one video about what happened in Canada. The fact that King Charles had one of the most historic week of his reign this week, and all these supposed pro-Windsor's journalists wants to talk about is his daughter-in-law. There's the laugh here. He was not rich. There it is. There's the squad who's saying who see the same thing that I see. He was not rich. She was rich and well-known, beloved by many. We cared nothing about the skirt-wearing, dysfunctional royals across the pond. They unalive Lady Diana. Since then, the Ozempic Kate and Yellow Tooth William have meant nothing to us. We know Harry because of Meghan. That is true. Alright, the toxic British media is just struggling to handle Meghan. She's not the standard Windsor bride. They are used to versatile women marrying into that family. Alright, so let's leave that alone. I'm gonna add these into on my list because I didn't have that. But what I want to talk about is Lemonada, Meghan's podcast, Beehive. Oops, what's the thing here? Something is not right. Alright, so we're gonna start with that. This was supposed to be my first tweet. Let's listen here. That's from Lemonada podcast. Oops.
We've got one more very special interview for you. A bonus episode, because when a matriarch calls and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer.
That's why I fight so hard. Now, I tell them every day, you belong anywhere. I mean, since they were little girls, you belong anywhere you choose to be.
Can you guess who it is? This one is so special, y'all. I'll see you next week.
Okay, so let's go on Twitter. So that was the first tweet or the first thing that I had on my list, but I came across the others. Alright, so there's this. Back to Twitter. That's, I believe, what's the name? Beyonce's mother, I think. Everyone, Miss Tina Knowles is on Meghan's Confession of a Female Founder next week. Meghan just announced one more episode of Confession of a Female Founder, a bonus episode. When a matriarch calls, you answer. Meghan Sussex on new episode of Confession of a Female Founder. Alright? So we just listened to it. I'll put it again for the sake of it.
Next week, we've got one more very special interview for you. A bonus episode, because when a matriarch calls and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer.
That's why I fight so hard. Now, I tell them every day, you belong anywhere. I mean, since they were little girls, you belong anywhere you choose to be.
Can you guess who it is? This one is so special, y'all. I'll see you next week.
Alright, so let's go into this. Oh, I thought I paused it. Let's go into this. Alright, let's pause it just to read some of the comments here. The street are saying that it's the Queen of Queen, the one and only Tina Knowles. Okay, this, it's confirmed, it's Tina. Oh, this is going to be good. Tina Knowles will be the next guest on Duchess Meghan's podcast. Okay, Tina Knowles, okay, same thing repeating. The island going to explode. Good. I thought this week was the final one. I'm super excited. Yes, this week was the last episode. The new episode is a bonus episode. We are winning and it sounds like it's Tina Knowles. Okay, there's that. There's the squad. I'm set. Yes. Oh my God. I know that voice. Okay, go back to the original tweet with some of the comment. Great to hear. Is Tina Knowles a fact to be the next founder on Meghan Show? All right, let's go to the next tweet. I'm a little bit behind in editing. All right, so there's this. Few recycle articles with a twist. That final episode with Duchess Meghan and Sarah Blakely got the toxic British press crashing the F out of, because Prince Harry is no longer lonely in Montecito. He is now president of community event, and Meghan refuses to participate. Alright, how many times have they recycled this imaginary neighbor BS story? LOL. Why does this look so small? Plenty. Between that and Harry's not adjusting to Montecito, now he's at ease, but Meghan doesn't want to be part of the community. Oh my god, is that what they're writing? Let's see here. Maureen Callahan. Why it's suddenly time for lonely Prince Harry to leave Meghan Markle and Montecito? Why are they so caught up into for Harry to leave Meghan? What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? There's one tweet I was reading which I missed on my last video, and I create another video putting all the tweets that I missed, where this young lady was talking about why women always putting other women's down kind of thing. And I had a little, not fully agree with her, but in a way agree with her. If this is the person who wrote this, that fits into that young lady's category. Why do they want Harry to leave Meghan? Why? Meghan doesn't play the community game and never tried to fit in at Montecito, says her disgruntled neighbor, but charming Harry is more at ease. Oh my god. Whew. There's that. It wasn't the final mama. Tina Knowles is the anchor next week, screaming. Okay, there's that. Different language. Please give us source for the community event stuff. There's the laugh here. Next tweet. Still talking about next week episode. I'm going to warn royalist anti-Sussex trolls to tread lightly when it comes to the next week confession of a female founder guest. Hive does not play about Mama Tina, and Mama Tina is known to get in the mud and tussle. So think twice before y'all start the crazy comments and weird take on her. So I don't follow Beyonce, so I've heard about the Beehive. So if the squad are warning the derangers, they better be careful. And it seems like Beyonce's mom doesn't play. Alright, she could be classy, she could be all of that, but if you're gonna hit below the belt, she's gonna go down. Okay, they will F1 find out, and I'll be waiting to dish out the find out part, FO part. Oh, the way I'm looking forward to it. I won't have warned them, LOL. I'm genuinely afraid for them, laughing my ass off, like the Hive shut them right down after the concert pics, so imagine they go after Mama T. There's that. Troll, consider yourself warned. Well, just like she called about the podcast, Mama Tina will be on every news channel dragging them. Okay, I actually can't wait because Mama Tina will make a video and drag every trolls in her comment section. She does not care. Then the Beehive will personally take down that salty monarchy. This is funny. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next week. Well, actually, sis, I kinda want them to. There's the laugh here. I want the derangers to fix their mouth and say something sideways about Tina. They already say sly shit about B anyway. Hive is ungovernable and Tina is our matriarch. So, scrabble up. Sure, you shouldn't have told them. They should do not. I will rip you a new one. Let's go to the next one. These are the squad who's warning. All the tweets is like warning. Well, most of them. There's that. Toxic British press, it is time you issue a probation slip to your sources, insiders, and blind items, or you're not tired or surprised. Congratulations to Duchess Meghan on her upcoming bonus episode with the T, Miss Tina Knowles. There's that. Okay, these stories are getting older and older. All this royal family contract hate campaign against HRH Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is backfiring something fierce. Yep, they did all of that so she won't have any high-profile folks wanting to associate with her. And boy, was it the opposite. Meg's guests were top tier. There's the laugh here. Exactly, sis. Maureen right now. Okay, Meghan and Mama Tina both are royalty, period. Yet another thing the media and their sources didn't know is that the Lady Podcast got the British press looking like the clown that they are. They want in the club so bad. Okay, I don't see you can hate from the outside of the club. You can even get in. Oh my God, the squad are so funny. It seems like I read those tweets much better during the day and the afternoon. Alright, did I put that twice? Let's pause. Maybe not. Someone probably using the same GIF. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Alright, nice. Can fake influence. That's an ad. Yes, I cannot wait for this one. Exactly what Baby Deranger said. Alright, so there's this. I have something similar to that somewhere here. Queen Mother Bay Tina Knowles to join Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, for a royal episode on Confession of a Female Founder. Okay, all these are extra. Who's that? I like to listen to her. I've seen a couple of her tweets. Let me add some stuff here. All of them. Okay, even him. Okay, let's pause. Alright, so I added these two onto the list, so let's go into that. Let's pause. Meghan is on to big things, so says Erica. Have a listen, then click on her link below and give a like. Alright, let's listen.
Because I know me. Really quickly here, I did listen to Confessions of a Female Founder today. Phenomenal final episode. I will do my best to review tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. We just got back from a little mini vacation because we had a long extended weekend. Forgive me. But in the meantime, guys, we have some phenomenal content creators who have been also dropping tea on the podcast. And I am sure you're going to enjoy their content. I enjoy their content, so I know you will. So in the meantime, check them out. And then tomorrow or today, I will try to get on the ball and do my final episode review. I want to clarify something, because I almost went HAM on the unhinged X. That's what I call everybody who always up in our people's business when it comes to Meghan, even though they don't like her. Fast Company did an interview with Meghan. Please read it. It's a phenomenal interview, and I was like, oh my God, this girl is not playing. First order of business. After everything that they have said about Meghan that has been proven wrong, forget all the other stuff, proven to be wrong. Netflix dropped her. They invested in her. With love, Meghan will not return for a second season. Actually, it has. Everything these people have thought about Meghan has just been down the toilet because she's been just blowing it off the lid. In her interview, if people really slowed down, because sometimes you got to slow down sometimes. I do it too. I'm a fast reader and I miss very, very important parts. Meghan never said that she's not releasing any products until 2026. She said new products are coming Q1 of 2026, okay? Where'd you guys get that she was shelving the whole thing until... And she's not shelved, honey. It's not her fault everything's sold out, okay? She's not shelving anything. And for some reason, these morons who don't like Meghan, what's all that about? She's shelving it. Do you understand that everyone, I don't care if...
Okay, it's moving here.
Do you understand that everyone, I don't care if you're a fashion designer, I don't care if you make food, people are allowed to bring out new things per year or per quarter. I forgot Meghan is so different. She's supposed to have something every day. She's not allowed to, how many months we got until January 2026? She's not allowed to take a break. You know, stop it. Stop.
Well, these are the things that the royal rats used to get away with. Nobody was pushing back. They used to get away with these headlines left and right, just throw BS out there. Nobody questioned them because it didn't affect us. But now that it's affecting our girl, we're paying attention. Even me, I was not following Meghan. So there's the pushback. People are dissecting all of their BS. So this is why they're so unhinged with their full-blown headlines, because this has been working for them for a very long time. Nobody ever questioned them. Princess Diana questioned them, but Princess Diana was by herself. She didn't own the media, and Charles had people everywhere to do all the BS for her. for him. So everything was hunky-dory, nobody questioning. Princess Diana was questioning the thing. But instead, each time she opened her mouth, they put her down. So now they come after our girl, and we're like, nope, nope. So that's what's happening, in my humble opinion. Part of many. Okay? Let's continue.
What Fast Company's interview
I want to read that.
specifically said was new products are coming in 2026. She even said that her and Netflix are shopping for bigger manufacturers and bigger suppliers. Does that sound like preserves to you? That sounds like maybe stuff to scoop the preserves out or put the preserves in if you want to make a dish. I don't think people are truly ready for what Meghan's about to present to us. I really don't. And there is some panic there. But I also want the supporters to not feed into the panic as well. Everybody just go read the interview. It's a beautiful interview. She mentions Archie's tooth finally coming out.
I want to read that.
On top of that, she dropped another gem, which I said, please, Meghan, respectfully, your hands are full right now with everything going on. But please, Meghan, get in the fashion business. Do it. You would clean house. Are you kidding me? But she said at a later date, so the confidence is there. Meghan is no longer like, yeah, I better get a cottage license. She's like, anyway, Netflix is my investor, and yeah, we're looking for bigger facilities to hold my stuff. Which makes sense on why she was on that American Airlines flight. Because I was curious. I'm like, ooh, I'm in New York.
Yeah, that, what is it? American Airline hostess who put the video out talking about the note that Meghan wrote on the paper, napkin. Yeah, that's what she's making reference to. But let's continue.
She's going big, babes. But I want everybody to stop, please. Because nothing annoys me more than mis- and disinformation when it is clearly there in black and white. And if you don't believe your eyes on what you read in an article, please go back to As Ever. Please go back to Meghan. What is she doing, people?
Okay, the other one is done.
What you read in an article, please go back to As Ever. Please go back to Meghan. What is she doing, people? What is she telling us? I can't wait to show you what I have in store. Me and my baby girl are harvesting honey. Look at all these flowers. Wink, wink. Like, I need everybody to focus. Rome wasn't built in a day. I think, and I am not a Meghan whisperer, but I think everything selling out in 45 minutes was a shell shock to her. Because this woman had to, for months, hear all of this negativity and nastiness around her just doing honest work. So she probably did think that they were going to destroy her brand. And all they did was make it more popular. I bet you if I type As Ever right now, there's about 50 articles alone from the British media. So you're not hurting her. You're making her more popular. And you're giving her more fanfare, little do you know. And this time around, when the preserves and the honey drops, this is what I hope the Unhinged can do. Back the hell up. And let Meghan's fans get something too. Because a lot of her fans weren't able to get it because the haters were right there scooping it up. And I don't understand why. You guys did your reviews on it. It was terrible. Fantastic. So the second time around, for all of you who didn't get it, you should be able to get it. All the haters got their little, rage bait out. You're good next time, okay? But guys, go check out that interview. It is phenomenal, and read it slowly and drink it in, because what you're going to see is a woman who is not here to play anymore. And I cannot wait to give you guys this review on this last episode. I got some tea to drop on that one. I do. I got some tea. I do. Not Meghan tea, but I got some tea to drop on that. So you guys have a wonderful day. It is hot as hell. What is she telling?
Let's pause. Okay.
What you reading?
If I was on TikTok, she's another person I would follow. All right, love Erica. Her videos are on point. Stick to facts. Love her attitude and energy. Ditto and period and amen to all of you say. Okay, I'm with you. All right, so there's another one that let me make sure I don't miss. All right, this one. Let's pause. Which one is that? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Alright, next one. I just added that as an extra. She always give us more. Prepare for your socks to be blown away. Okay, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
I am clutching my pearls. This was a surprise. I thought the season was wrapped.
Next week, we've got one more very special interview for you. A bonus episode, because when a matriarch calls, and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer.
Meghan Sussex is blessing us with an unexpected
Blessing
episode
us.
9 of her podcast. And it's a big one.
Can you guess who it is?
Can you guess who it is? Here's a little preview.
That's why I fight so hard. Now, I tell them every day, you belong anywhere. I mean, since they were little girls, you belong anywhere you choose to be.
If you guessed none other than Ms. Tina Knowles joining the conversation, you are correct. And for those of you who need a refresher, Ms. Tina Knowles is a powerhouse in her own right. She's a designer, philanthropist, and entrepreneur, best known as the mother of the global icons Beyonce and Solange. But beyond that, she's a cultural matriarch, shaping image, style, and legacy through her fashion brand, House of Doria, and her unwavering advocacy for Black creativity and community. Her voice is warm, wise, and full of truth. This is a moment. Get ready. Episode 9 drops next week.
Alright, so there's that. Oh, I can now breathe again. One more Tuesday, love, what joy. Okay, so there's that. Alright, now, back to my list. Those extras were I found were not on my list. Alright, Meghan Markle's podcast, Confessional of a Female Founder, will release a bonus episode next week featuring Tina Knowles. Next week, we have got one more very special interview for you, a bonus episode, because when a matriarch calls, and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer. Alright, there's that. Everyone better be prepared for enormous backlash and slander that will come follow that episode. Who will be mad? Okay, I love Madam Tina Knowles, a strong woman determined to succeed regardless. Such nice surprise. This bonus episode with Miss Tina Tuesday cannot come soon enough. Okay, awesome. I can't wait. Okay, so looking forward to this. We'll be tuned in. Alright, so everybody's excited. There's more comment. Let's move on. Next one, there's a picture of Miss Tina Knowles and Miss Doria. Throwback Thursday, Meghan's Mama Doria and Tina Knowles at the Kenzie African American Art and History Collection last year. There's the look at Miss. That's Meghan. Meghan have that little smile too. Okay, there's the clap here. That's an ad, and that's it. Let's go to the next one. Now this is Baby D. I'm almost done with this. I have 3 more. All right. What's the big deal? It's just a podcast, making reference to Tina Knowles. Okay, she retweeted that Tina Knowles will be the next guest on Duchess Meghan's podcast. That's from Harper Bazaar. Squad gonna hook up with the Beehive. You better sleep until next week, Baby D. It's gonna be right. I ain't afraid of no Hive. Look at the GIF. Okay, Baby D just thanks Sussex Squad, and the Hive will be celebrating again global intergalactic otherworldly fun, love, and kindness to be had by all. In your words, the king must take the title after this podcast. Enjoy, and I love your post. Okay, but why are you whining about it? Oh, Baby D, Mama D gonna have Mama Doria gonna have to put you back in the therapy again. You're not healed at all. All right, so let's leave that alone. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so now we're done with the podcast with Miss Tina Knowles and stuff like that. This is a different shift here. Daily fell. Oh, so it was here that I put it. The British tabloid acts like kids when you are at the age when you talk to your imaginary friend, all kind of BS just come out of your mouth. You then know what the hell you were saying. Alright, so there's this here. That's the Daily Mail. What it's like to live next to the Sussexes, Meghan's Montecito neighbor claim she cultivates a very controlled image and doesn't play the community game, but charming Harry is more at ease. That's the same thing from previous tweet that I shared earlier. There's that. Gay neighbors are separated by acres in Montecito. One of Meghan and Harry's nearest neighbors is Gwyneth Paltrow, and nobody walking around peering over fences. Meghan and Harry's home is 2 miles from their front gate. There's the laugh here. Same British media BS narrative and their hatred of Meghan and unacceptance of their marriage is why he left the UK to protect his marriage and family, yet these people will never give up trying to tear their marriage apart to get what they want, Harry back to the UK alone. Okay, that wicked desperation. Alright, let's get to the next tweet. Now we are into Canada. And then I have one more tweet after that. And then that'll be it. Alright. So it seems like right after Charles gave his speech, I had it somewhere. I didn't even bother put it. And then this happened. Okay, breaking. While the king was still in the Senate in Ottawa, Quebec voted unanimously to abolish the link between the state of Quebec and the British monarchy and to release the vote result to the king and the prime minister of Canada. That is savage. Okay, now that I'm reading this, I'm thinking of a tweet that I responded to. Maybe I'll put it right after that. Let's listen to this. Screenshot.
Madame la Présidente, je sollicite le consentement des membres de cette Assemblée afin de présenter, conjointement avec la chef du deuxième groupe d'opposition, la motion suivante, que l'Assemblée nationale affirme sans équivoque qu'elle est la seule dépositaire de l'expression démocratique du peuple québécois, qu'elle souligne qu'une très forte majorité de Québécois et de Québécoises n'éprouvent aucun attachement envers la monarchie britannique, que l'Assemblée nationale convienne d'abolir le lien entre l'État du Québec et la monarchie britannique.
Merci, Monsieur le chef. Y a-t-il le consentement pour débattre de cette motion, Monsieur le leader adjoint du gouvernement?
Il y a consentement sans débat, Madame la Présidente.
Cette motion est-elle adoptée? Monsieur le député de Matane-Matapédia?
Pourquoi pas voter, Madame la Présidente?
Alors, le vote est maintenant ouvert.
Oh, these are the votes. Okay. That was in French. Is it still going? Yeah. So they voted for it. Alright, let's pause this with some of the comment. Madam Speaker, I seek the consent of the members of this assembly to present jointly with the leader of the second opposition group the following motion. Okay, so that's the translation, I'm guessing. That the National Assembly unequivocally affirm that it is the sole repository of the democratic expression of the Quebec people, that she emphasizes that a very strong majority of Quebecers feel no attachment to the British monarchy, that the National Assembly agreed to abolish the link between the state of Quebec and the British monarchy. What do you notice about the Quebec National Assembly? No religious symbol. It's illegal. I don't know the rules over there, so I'm not gonna put my opinion. I'm just sharing. Okay, let's see here. The after vote knockout punch. Yo, these Quebecers are savage. I know. Watch this. They had just voted to cut all ties with the British. Okay, 27 seconds. This was extra.
The voting is complete. Mr. Secretary General, for the result of the vote.
106 for, none against, no abstentions.
So this motion is adopted. Mr. Deputy of Matane-Matapédia.
Madam President, we would like to send the result of this motion to the Canadian Prime Minister and Buckingham Palace.
It is being redone, Mr. Deputy, so we will continue. The voting is complete.
Right after he gave his speech. Mr. Berube, Madam Speaker, we would like to send the result of this motion to the Canadian Prime Minister and to Buckingham Palace. The Vice President, Ms. Saucy. That will be done, Mr. Deputy, so we will continue. Watch how fast they voted yes. Impressive, very base. Oh my God. So they're asking whatever Twitter about this. Well played, like Jamaica did. And this is one reason why the Canadian I grew up in will not be around in 30 years For better or worse, the national identity will be fractured, the Commonwealth ties will matter less, and parts of the country being more intertwined with the US. It's not something I'm particularly striving for. I just see it as a Thanos-like inevitably. One of the things that I said after the last election that happened in Canada, okay, recently, where Trudeau left and stuff like that, after that, earlier this year, 2025, I said that when that they just got to save, to preserve what Canada is all about, they better be careful. I consider it similar to the 2020 election in America, because it seems like there were a good amount of people in Canada who had the same mindset as the MAGAs in the US. So the next time the election is happening, remain focused, forget about propaganda, because the noise will happen. Because I'm sure right after that election, they went to work so they could get into power. So people better be careful. Use what happened in the US as an example to not do, because what happened in the US in 2020, I even said it, you had Native American, African American, Hispanic, these groups were the one who saved democracy in 2020. So what did they do? What did the MAGAs went? They went and divide. They went to divide those groups. Okay? And what happened? The MAGAs won. So Canada better be careful. Okay? Because what I saw from the outside, okay? I'm not implementing that I know how Canadian politics work. I'm not saying that at all. But based on the outcome, some squaddies were putting, Canadian squaddies were putting the result out. I don't have a screenshot of it. But what I saw, even though whatever government they have now won, it reminds me of the 2020 election, because I saw a good portion of MAGAs, Canadian MAGAs over there. The same type of the Tories in Canada. They were willing to go savage as well. So Canada better be careful. All right, so that's that. Let me go to my last one. This has nothing to do with politics at all. Okay, Eddie Murphy's son and Martin Lawrence's daughter are married. Okay, Martin's daughter kind of look like Pam. Who's Pam? Okay. This will be a cute romantic comedy with the two of them fighting love and getting married while angling for the approval of their megawatt hilarious father. Okay, do they have names? This one. Because they only mention them by their fathers, their parents. Okay, I read that Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence got married. I need them to procreate expeditiously. Preserve the funny, y'all. Congratulations, he is the happiest man on earth. Look at that smile. They're also cute together. Look, I didn't know. Them being in-laws now warm my heart. Did they go up together? They have names of their own. Yeah, the thing didn't even mention their name. Congratulations to both you, and may Almighty Allah bless you. But anyway, some of the comments were kind of funny. So let's do a prayer. Let's say future image. Okay, this looks small. Let's do that one. Prayer for a fruitful future. Dear Heavenly Father, as we continue to walk in the path you have set before us, we ask that you grant us a fruitful future, for we know that we are your chosen and favored children, remembering that all good things are from you and having faith that we can get through all things with you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better